Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome to all the students of Europe Hotel School. In my experience working with top-tier hospitality operations, I've seen countless brilliant ideas, some that soared and some that, well, never even got off the ground. The difference almost always comes down to one critical factor, and spoiler alert, it's not the menu and it's not the design. Today we're talking about the absolute bedrock of the entire business, regulatory compliance.
This quote, it just nails it, doesn't it? You can have the most brilliant concept, a world-class chef, stunning decor, but none of it matters one bit if you can't legally open the doors. It's all just an expensive, beautiful dream. So today, we are absolutely going to explore that high-stakes reality.
Okay, so let's dive into this. I want you to think of launching a new food and beverage outlet as following a critical path. It's a sequence of tasks that absolutely must be completed on time for the whole project to succeed. Now, regulatory compliance isn't just one of those tasks on the list. No, it's more like a non-negotiable stream that runs through the entire path. A single failure here doesn't just cause a little delay. It can bring your entire project to a screeching halt.
And within this whole compliance web, there's one thread that's often the most tangled and definitely the most time-consuming: securing the liquor license. This is often the longest pole in the tent, the thing that dictates so much of your pre-opening timeline. It takes a ton of patience, absolute precision, and you really have to understand what is, let's be honest, a very bureaucratic process. So what does this journey actually look like? Well, first, your application has to be perfect. And I mean meticulous, zero errors. Then you have to go public with it, literally posting notices for the community to see. After that, your key leaders, your principals, they get put under a microscope with background checks. And then the waiting game begins during that long review period. Each of these steps, as you can see, is its own hurdle. If you stumble on even one, you risk having to go all the way back to the start.
And this is where great leadership really shines. Your job isn't just about filling out a form and crossing your fingers. It's about working hand in hand with legal experts to ensure 100% accuracy. It's about making that big strategic call. Do we actually need a full liquor license, or is beer and wine enough for our concept? And once you get that license, the responsibility just cascades down. Every single server has to be trained, has to be certified, because now the liability is on you and your team. All right, let's shift gears to the next critical checkpoint: the health inspection. Now, if getting the liquor license is a marathon, then this final health inspection is a high-pressure sprint. This is truly the moment of truth, where the local health authority gives you that final green light, but only after a super rigorous inspection of your brand new kitchen.
Look, an inspector isn't there to be your friend. They're there to follow a very meticulous checklist. They're going to physically test the water temperature at your hand washing stations. They'll ask to see your temperature logs. They will absolutely review your HACCP plan. That's your Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Points document, which is basically your playbook for food safety. They'll be looking for proof of pest control and, so importantly, clear systems that prevent any cross-contamination. Every single detail matters.
So, just imagine this scenario. Opening day is just a week away. The inspector is walking through your door. Are you really ready? A simple mistake like having the wrong soap in a dispenser or a missing thermometer in a fridge, that's a controllable factor. But failing on one of these small details, it can mean a failed inspection, and that could delay your opening by days, maybe even weeks, and that costs you revenue, it costs you momentum. And this comparison here really illustrates those two parallel paths perfectly. You've got the liquor license. That's a long-term legal and personnel challenge. You're dealing with it months in advance with the state liquor board. Then you have the health permit. It's immediate, it's focused on your facility, a real-time test of your safety systems, and it's handled right at the end by the local health department. You have to master both. There's no way around it.
Now, beyond liquor and health, there's a final, crucial layer of approvals you have to get. These sign-offs are all about ensuring the physical safety and the accessibility of your space. This is how you build that fundamental layer of trust with every single guest who walks through your doors.
And this isn't just one conversation, it's several different ones. As this shows, you'll be meeting with the fire marshal to walk through everything from your evacuation routes to the kitchen's fire suppression system. Then, the building department has the final say on structural safety with that all-important occupancy permit. And on top of all that, you have to be compliant with federal laws, like the ADA, making sure your space is truly accessible to every single one of your guests.
As we start to wrap this up, I really want to elevate this conversation, because following all these steps isn't just about ticking boxes or collecting bits of paper. It's about embedding a much deeper professional ethos into your leadership style, a mindset of operational excellence and brand protection.
We actually have a name for this: operational integrity.
It's a philosophy we truly live by here at Europe Hotel School. It's this core belief that compliance isn't just some chore you have to get through. It is the foundation for everything excellent that you do. This mindset is what separates a pretty good manager from a truly great leader.
So as you move forward in your careers, please remember this. That license hanging on the wall is so much more than just paper and ink. It represents your commitment to safety, to legality, to excellence. It is the very foundation upon which you will build your entire professional reputation. So the only question left is, how will you build yours?